Hey everyone, it's Monday night.
What's going on? It's Monday night Sketchy Live. Actual Sketchy.
Ooh, we're sketching tonight.
And we have a
Hopefully,
good idea.
with no issues tonight.
We have a good idea that we feel like we have sound, so that's a good thing.
Yes.
So we're excited to finish up something that we've been working on for a little while, and we'll talk more about that. I'm Johnny Jalopy, hot rod artist. That's my beautiful wife over there, ityB.
Hey guys.
So we'll see you when we get on the flip side.
We'll be right back. Hey guys, we are back.
There's sound.
We have sound.
What's going on?
So exciting.
It's Sketchy Live. We're excited. We've got sound. We have picture. Everything seems to be pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
So we're super stoked to bring you another episode of Sketchy Live with actual sketching live.
Yes.
I'm Hot Rod Artist, and this is Hi, I'm Hot Rod Artist Johnny Jalopy. And with me, as always, my beautiful wife, holding it all together, the linchpin, the lynch mob, ityB.
Hey guys. So tonight we are going to finish up something that Johnny started last week. This is Shaggy's hot rod. For those of you who don't know Shaggy, there he is.
The man, the myth, the legend.
He is a legend up in the Michigan area and really all through the culture.
All kinds of different places. Everybody knows Shaggy.
Everybody knows him.
If you don't know him, you want to know him because he's a super cool guy.
Yes, he's been a great friend to us. Yep. He's facilitated Johnny Jalopy art in Michigan. He was the first one who reached out, invited us to our first Autorama show, and has extended an invitation every year since then. So we're so excited to be able to do this little tribute to his vehicle, which I got to sit in, almost didn't get out of because it's very narrow
and it's super low
shallow.
Too. Yeah,
yes.
very, very low, and it's super custom and and all built by that gentleman there, Shaggy LeBlanc.
Yes.
But again, he's been with us since really the beginning of Sketchy Live.
He's been watching a long time.
Would chime in and make comments and different stuff like that. So I felt, I'd done a few little drawings for him, and and even what we're doing tonight is not specifically the extent of where I'd like to take this whole thing for him, but we definitely we've gotten to a point. So we've got the much of the car itself and a lot of the motor drawn in already. So we hope to plan to continue. We're using the new tool, drawing tool, which we're on our Apple. What do you call them? iPad Pro. And we're utilizing the Procreate app to do that in this one. And we're using some specific brushes from a company. I still didn't get the name right. Retro something or other. Where I got these really cool variety of brushes, and we're still learning this tool. We're still messing with it. To be honest, I hadn't touched it since that whole week after Monday.
Yeah.
I kind of set it aside. So we'll see how quickly I can recapture the feeling and vibes we were having. I was really digging the action of this particular ink brush that I was using in the way it's laying stuff out. Very sketchy in drawing. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And
this is what we have so far.
Yeah, there's our overhead.
This was from last week.
Yep.
So we're going to do a side-by-side.
So we had a line drawing already done, and then we've taken the opacity down to almost nothing, and then we're inking this in. And maybe we can get to color tonight. I'm not sure.
Maybe. We'll see.
Because I really want to make sure I get the color representation right. And the color of Shag's car is there's some it's a primer color. It's not really rust. It's a primer color, but it's like there's some dark tones and light tones of it that almost it's really cool. And then very very simple graphic on it, and then tons of pinstriping everywhere.
Yeah.
So
we're going to get into it. Let me tell you who we've got on tonight with us.
Please do.
We have Jim Pollen. Hello, everyone, from Hobo's Hot Rod Garage in Horseheads, New York. Welcome, sir.
What's going on?
Jim, constantly doing cool stuff up there in New York. He is the awesome bead. Is it bead roller?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
It's a bead roller.
Bead roller. And like I said, I talked about this. Well, first of all, we had Jim on the broadcast not long ago. It was a few months ago, although it might be longer than that now that I think of it. Was it this year?
I want to say it's maybe, I don't know, been a year now.
Has it? Well, we did have him on the podcast for a quick interview just to kind of pick his brain and see what he's got going on in his garage. And before we did the interview with him, I watched some bead rolling videos to see what it was actually that he did, because I had an idea. Like, I know he made some panels for Kona, and we put those on. And I've seen he did a Johnny Jalopy logo design for us in metal, bead rolled,
which was really cool.
And I was like, how is it done? And I'm telling you, I watched the video, and it was insane, the amount of detail that goes into these things and how you've got to be super precise about it. So tons of credit to Jim Pollen. He's amazing at what he does. Frank Pupello joining us. Hey, Martha, get the kids out of the trees. It's time for Sketchy Live.
Get them out of the trees.
Chris Smolinsky joining us. Hi, kids. What's from the Motor City.
What's going on?
We've got Gordon joining us. Gordon and Vicky LaFave in Smoky, Washington. Thanks for letting me know where you're tuning in from, guys. So if you are tuning in,
where in the world is Howard Pierpont?
I'm sure he's around here somewhere.
Yeah, but that's where it started.
It is. Howard Pierpont would always tell us where he was from and the weather where he was, because we're just intrigued. Jay Newby joining us, and I know he's from Michigan.
That's right.
Welcome. Sam Metro. Hey, y'all, from Claremont, Florida, tuning in to see two of my favorite peeps.
Michigan-like.
We've got Hicks, loud and clear in Missouri. Mike Hicks. We will be seeing Mike Hicks in just a few short weeks.
Can't wait.
We're making a trip out to Missouri for the Show Me Lowbrow Art Show on Sunday, October. I know it's like the weekend of the 18th, but I don't know the actual day. Let me pull it up. It's in my calendar. It is the 19th, actually, is when we'll be in Missouri at that show. So come check it out if you're in the Missouri area.
In the Missouri,
or want to head over. We're excited to meet a lot of the other artists that are going to be there. These are people that Johnny's been maybe talking to or following art for and hasn't had a chance to meet them in person. So this will be neat. And of course, our time with Hicks and his family. He opens up his home. His wife is amazing. His kids, grandkids, everybody's there. It's a big party at his house. Probably every weekend, not just when we're there. But
that was just when we're there.
But we can't wait to go hang out.
To see everybody, yeah.
Diane Kinnery joining us. Hi, you two. Good to see the sketching. Yes, we are back at it. We were going to try and get Shaggy on tonight to talk with us while we're sketching his car, but we really wanted to dedicate an episode totally to just dialogue, and we didn't want Johnny distracted. So we are going to have Shaggy on. We attempted it weeks ago, and we couldn't make it happen. We had some technical issues. Not on our side, actually, for once. It was on his side, but we're going to get it figured out, and we're going to get him on because that guy is just a wealth of information and knows people. Sorry. So we really want to talk with him. We've got Lizzie Daughtry joining us. Hello, my two favorite peeps of the week, Elizabeth Handmade Jewelry and Crafting. Go check her out on YouTube.
Yes.
We've got Jim Green. Cool, you guys rock. Johnny, you're a legend in the making.
Thanks, man. About all that, but thank you.
Lizzie said, everyone, please go hit that thumbs up and show these two beautiful, lovely people the love that they share. We appreciate it. Yeah, likes and loves would be great. We'd appreciate that. Comments would be great. Interaction would be great. That's one of the things we love about doing the live with you guys is there's so much interaction with you. I'm reading comments, we're answering questions, we're learning about you, and you're able to share what's going on in your neck of the woods with us. We've got Craig, and I don't know how to say his last name.
Way to go, Al Roker.
Craig, in your neck of the woods. Craig, is it your friend Craig?
Ah, yeah, go ahead.
Gignac?
I always butcher his last name too. I don't know why.
It's our buddy Craig with the Model A's.
Yes.
And
I haven't seen him for a while, man.
Yes.
Hope everything's
well,
good.
He's tuning in, so welcome.
Glad you're on, man. And wow, holy cow. If you follow this guy, is Craig, and his Instagram, I think, is 5-window is it 5-window hunter or Model A hunter? Anyways, he's been in the shack all summer building another sick hot rod for one of his friends, and he's just been nailing it. It's looking so cool. So great job, man.
On Instagram, you can find him.
Yeah,
we'll have to post it afterwards, so you can go take a look. Shaggy LeBlanc is joining us.
Shaggy LeBlanc.
He wants to clarify: the body is rust, the frame is candy orange over bare steel.
Okay.
So I was right with the rust.
Yeah,
I'm not saying rust as in it's disintegrating. I'm saying rust color.
Yeah, because what's interesting is in photos and in real life, sometimes it looks very light colored, almost like a primary looking color, and then there's times where it looks dark, and it almost looks like he's rubbed it with oil and linseed or something to really make the body look really rich color. Like there was
Possibly.
one photo I found from Frankenmuth. Well, let's look at this one. So if you can look at, you go to that photo, there's some spots where it is a little bit of a lighter shade, and then there's some darker spots too. It's just got such a really cool patina on it. So, but yeah, he's got the frame is that really cool candy metal flake orange in there,
right?
With tons of pinstriping and stuff on it. So
yeah.
Hopefully that's what I'm saying. To really capture the right coloring, I may have to mess with it a little bit. So
okay, yep. You can mess. All right, we've got Robert Shane. Robert Shane joining us. Hey guys, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Wesley Wilkerson joining the broadcast late as usual. What's on the docket tonight? We're finishing up. If you're just tuning in, we're finishing up we're trying to finish up Shaggy's hot rod. And what do we know what the body is on that?
I'm pretty sure it's Model A.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just super lowered, and then the front stretched out. Looks like. Is it stretched?
Yeah. It's definitely stretched.
Jim Pollen said, "Thank you very much for the kind words. Very much appreciated. Well deserved, man. Well deserved." Tony Aritano joining us here with Shaggy in the garage with the real car.
Nice.
We're looking right at it. Okay. Maybe Tony, you can just shout out the colors then for us as you're seeing them. Craig said it's 5W Coupe Hunter.
5W Coupe Hunter. There you go.
He put it in the comments, guys.
Awesome.
So go check him out.
Take a look, because he's got the build that he's been working on this summer.
Craig, you're going to get bombarded with friend requests here.
Just really coming out cool. And of course, his own Old Dirty is just such a sick hot rod. But he's got so many different Model A's that he's found, and he's just been super cool to me and helped me that's how we got Rose.
Yeah.
He was the facilitator of that. He really made that whole thing happen, and setting up the deal and all that kind of. He let me use his trailer. I mean, he went with you. Went with me as we got it running and helped me do that. Helped me lower it. And
he's been offered on your butt about doing extra stuff too, and you haven't pulled the trigger yet.
It's called money.
I know.
And you listen. You want to throw cash my way? I'll do anything we need to do. So.
That's why we're selling Johnny Jalopy merch at this point.
Segue.
Let's just segue over to the website, johnnyjalopy.com. We've got some cool stuff over there. I know that some of you areas are getting a little cooler now. We're in fall. It is officially autumn.
She's excited to talk about the beanies.
I love my beanie, guys. I'm a beanie girl for life. Love it. I'll be 80 years old wearing this beanie. I swear.
We'll see.
Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Rain or shine.
Yeah, we'll see.
I got it on. I don't recommend walking around Disney Springs with a beanie in the middle of summer.
or what time of year was it when you passed out almost at the Miracle Bar? Wasn't summer either.
It was Father's Day.
Yeah.
So it was Father's Day in Jersey.
So was that summer?
Don't wear it there. Yes, that was summer.
I don't know if it was that hot.
It was hot. I was inside at the time, but Brian Holder, looking forward to seeing you guys at Lowbrow. Yes. We have our first come by the booth and say hi, Brian.
Please.
Yes. And tell your friends. Because we're coming with some cool stuff. Johnny's already put together some really cool art to bring. I know it's been killing him probably to not post it here, because normally once he finishes a piece, he's ready to post it and make it available to you guys. But we're having to go with some art, so he's gonna have to sit on some of this stuff till we go.
I've already been told stop showing stuff.
Yes, you might be able to do a sneak peek of all of it, like laid out before we pack it, but that's about it. That's it.
Yes, Mom.
We've got Hal Schaefer joining us. Real deal. How about it? Carburetor Man from Georgia has joined. Welcome, sir.
What's up, Hal?
We appreciate you tuning in. That is who we have on the broadcast thus far.
It is Monday night.
It is Monday night, and I'm sure there's football games going on, but we appreciate you guys, even if you're, half here, half there watching.
Foosball games.
We don't mind. We don't mind.
They got them foosball games.
We do have, Jim Holland said, hey, Johnny and Shaggy, is there any way to have both of you sign this sketch? Would be really cool to have it hanging in Hobo's Hot Rod Garage. Oh, yes.
I don't see why we couldn't.
We could probably facilitate that, I'm sure. I know Shaggy's signature is super cool, too.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, and I know Shaggy's signature.
I do know Shaggy's signature. I wouldn't do it, but I know his signature. I've seen it. All right. So I do have, Julie Anderson is joining us from the Pacific Northwest. Welcome, Jules.
PN Dubs.
Hey. Happy Monday.
PN Dubs.
You know what? I never used to like Mondays. I love Mondays now.
Why do you? What, really?
Well, because I work in an office and my weekend ends on Sunday night. So Monday was always in the office industry, and probably for a lot of retail people too that would just work Monday through Friday. It's always like, back to work, back to the grind. Yeah,
that's true.
So it never really liked Mondays, but I do look forward to it. Monday night is my start of the week, get stuff done.
It does kind of set us off into like, here's how our week's going to go.
Right.
It's usually the vibe. If we have a good show, it's usually we end up having a super week.
Yeah. And we do have a lot of good shows. So speaking of the show, I do have a couple straggler questions that were viewer questions at one point. So I wanted to go over those and finish out the behind the scenes of Sketchy Live questions that I have available. Okay. They're asking, how did ityB get involved in the show?
Wow.
So I will tell you, for a long time, really since we LLC'd in 2012, and I didn't start doing the show with you until 2018. So for 6 years.
What? You mean Sketchy, you mean?
Well, Sketchy has always been a thing. I'm talking about going back to just your art in general.
Okay, that's not a show.
It's Sketchy Live show.
I'm confused.
What are you talking about?
When did Sketchy Live start?
2018.
Okay. And when are you saying you started?
2018.
Okay. Yeah.
What did you?
I don't know. I was confused on what you were saying.
What I was saying is that you LLC'd your art in 2012. So you had been an artist and I've been a support. I've helped you with.
You've been an athletic supporter.
I've been an athletic supporter. Yes, Gordon, these prints of Shaggy's car will be available for sale. After Johnny finishes it. So either tonight or we'll see how far he gets tonight.
Yeah, we'll see.
So getting back to the question, yes, 2012 is when you started and you were doing art. I was going to car shows with you. That's pretty much where we peddled the art at that point.
We did peddle art.
We would either set up a little table of stuff if it was available to do so. Many times people just came up to you and said, hey, can you draw my car? And that's how you generated a lot of commission work. So that is really how it started. And then you were like, you know what, I want to do drawing, because you started working with the Sketchable app on the first Microsoft device that you received, because you got that for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And we started Sketchy in February. So you were doing the digital art on that, which was a way better digital setup than what he had had prior. And it
was different than what I had prior for sure.
You wanted to be able to draw right on it, which is what Sketchy,
yes,
the Sketchable app allowed you to do, and that computer allowed you to do. So he asked me, he said, do you want to be involved, and I couldn't say no. I was supporting you from afar. I couldn't say no.
I'm seeing some holes in this story.
There aren't holes in the story. I didn't want to be behind the camera or in front of the camera. I wanted to be behind the scenes. So when he asked me to be a voice, I was basically just voiceovering everything.
Well, because there was no in front of the camera yet.
Right. So I didn't say no. You didn't have to continually ask me to do it, but I was asked to be a part of it. And I feel like ever since that time, I have developed my role as your partner in this. I think when people know Johnny Jalopy Art, they know you.
Yeah.
But when they know Sketchy Live, they know us.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm part of it now. So that's how it started. I was asked and I said yes.
It's not a bad representation of the true story, but that's pretty close.
And then somebody wants to know what my role is during the stream. Well, I still am a commentary person. I'm reading and responding and coming up with some form of content. I don't always have the topic that we're discussing, but I add to it. I think the element that I bring to it is just such a naive view of everything, because there's a lot that I don't know about this industry. There's a lot I don't know about the culture, the history, and that's where you fill in the gaps. So I feel like I'm learning along with other people who are maybe tuning in and don't know as well, and we're kind of learning together from you and your experience.
I think that's fair.
I don't feel like I add factual information at all. I think it's more my opinion, but my opinion as a layperson.
Yeah.
Because we talk about this with your art all the time. Sometimes I'm looking at it as a person uneducated of what you're drawing or the representation that you're trying to come across with.
I've used that representation multiple times now.
And I say, hey, what about this? Or this doesn't look right, because I'm looking at it from the point of view of just a woman who has no idea about cars.
Mm-hmm.
You see it differently because you're a guy that does know about cars.
Right.
And you're an artist. I'm not an artist.
So Sketchy Live started where I was watching. I had that drawing pad and I was watching other guys do live deals. In fact, I was watching professional pro dudes that work for Warner Brothers and stuff, and they were doing like these tutorial type drawings and sketchings live, or not even live. They were mostly all recorded. And so I would watch them, and they would have people. I mean, they had fans, and I understood why the pro guys maybe didn't specifically chime in with what people were saying or things like that. Well, then I watched some non-pro people, kind of regular artists, and they would do some tutorials, and they would have, where it would be a live thing, but it was recorded. Mm-hmm. And in fact, I remember watching Mike LaValle, and he had like 5-6 people, and it was really cool because it was very interactive, and somebody was telling what people said, and he'd comment, and then other people would comment with it was almost like a podcasty kind of thing before it was a podcasty art kind of thing. But I watched some other guys, and they were trying to do it all themselves, and they were struggling. And even though the content was really cool, and even though the drawings were really neat and the techniques were super cool, I found myself a little bored because I was like, I'm, asking questions or commenting in, or I'd see these really cool comments coming in, or people asking these really great questions. And the person was so wrapped up in the tutorial and things, they weren't really commenting or, allowing folks who are tuning in to be a part of the thing. Which I was like, well, then why do it live? Or why do this thing where we can see what people are saying? Right. Mm-hmm. And I tried it and I didn't like it. I didn't like how it was. It was too hard to try to keep track. I even to this day, I've tried to do it on my own, and it's not easy. So I asked you, I said, hey, is there any chance you could read the comments for me? And this is before it was just where all you saw was an overhead shot of my hand drawing something. And go back, watch those first couple episodes, and you can hear where the beginning of this all started and why I think it works, because you as you just stated, you do come with a fresh eye of things that isn't specifically art driven or automotive driven or whatever. And you are who you are. And this is the beautiful part about it, is you're curious by nature.
I am.
in all things. I don't know, but you're very curious in things, and so you take the comments of questions from people, and then you take your own curiosity bouncing off of conversations that you would be having, and it just made it cool, and it's made it what it is. And then for me, then it drove me like it needs to be live all the time, because this is the most fun. It's all the mess ups. You get frustrated sometimes. Well, the thing didn't work, and we get frustrated. But I always kept thinking, but this is what makes it cool, because they see the screw ups and they see us struggling, they see us arguing or discussing something.
There's a lot of argument. We don't argue even half as much as we did in those first couple episodes.
I don't know. I definitely don't agree with you there. But
it's an argument.
Yeah. But I think it worked, and it was really cool, and it just made it fun. And it wasn't just, then it became not just a drawing show. It became this interactive thing. And that's my favorite part, is that look at Spud Julie since the beginning.
Yes.
Realistically, Shaggy LeBlanc since the beginning. Lizzie Daughtry since the beginning. And then there's been people that have slowly have been multiple years have been watching us, and you can't. And then there's people I think about all that, like Fabian from France. Yes. The guy has my logo tattooed on his leg.
Yeah.
And I was looking at over pictures the other day, and I'm like, that's dedication.
Yeah.
And that was strictly from Sketchy Live. He found us and was watching. I think he's got, job thing happened and he couldn't watch anymore in the time frame. But look, we've got folks from Australia that watch, and the UK when the time is not great.
And then some of the people we've met in real life, like Draco, that was a cool stop.
So awesome.
Draco Cycles, we got to meet. And a couple other people up when we went to Georgia to see him. It was just, I don't know. It's been a ride the whole time. It's been so much fun. Robert Spears joining us. Welcome.
There's another guy
from Jersey, which we haven't met yet. We keep going up to Jersey. He lives up there, and we just never make time to get with one another. So I apologize. Would love to meet you. Wesley said,
let it be known it's strictly ityB that's the problem.
Julie said, you also can draw a killer Smurf. I do. I can draw. I'm an artistic person as well. I just don't draw cars. So I can draw other stuff. I'm good at Pictionary. I'm better than you at Pictionary.
I'm terrible at Pictionary.
You are. He's bad. If you ever have an opportunity to play with us, do not get on his team.
Don't pick me.
No.
Because you would think, I'm going to pick Johnny.
Too detailed.
I'd be the first one to warn you and say, not a good plan.
No.
Don't pick me.
No. Look how long it takes him to draw this, an hour.
If there weren't children watching, I would say an explicit, what do they call it?
Illicit.
Alyssa Milano.
Wesley Wilkerson said, in short, ityB's job is to make us laugh. I try, but I don't always do it intentionally. Here's the good thing about me, though. I'm willing to laugh at myself.
That's my favorite part.
I don't get upset when people are making fun of me.
it is one of the endearing reasons that I love you, is because you've always been a person who can laugh at themselves.
I do.
And boy, is there a lot of, no, I'm just kidding.
There's a chuckle or two.
I was going to say there's a lot of, whoops.
What'd you do?
There's a lot of, that's what I get for saying that.
Mm-hmm. Your screen goes blank.
Yep.
Sam Matro said, ityB, you're the executive producer.
For sure. Yeah.
Spud said, I am writing an IEP while I watch. See, and I don't know what that is. Something
we dumb
intermediate elementary plan while I watch. Are you working? Is that what that is? Is it some kind of plan for school? Spud and his wife are both involved in the school system and taking care of our nation's youth up in the Pacific Northwest.
The two Utes.
Okay, question. Do you use reference images during Sketchy Live? Oh, it's an individual education plan. See, I knew it had something to do with that.
Yes.
And yes, he does use reference photo. You have to, when you're doing custom stuff, like, can you just draw something off the cuff without a reference photo? Absolutely. There's a lot of cars and body styles that you have memorized in your head. But when it comes to someone's vehicle, when you're doing custom something or other, you always have a reference photo up to look at. You're not necessarily copying it. You're definitely not tracing it. You're drawing it. But you want to look at that and make sure every detail is accounted for, or as many as you can. Have you ever done themed series or multi-part sketches? Well, tonight is a multi-part sketch because we started it last week. And yes, themed series. If you go back to on the website, there is a folder for our 2020 Sketchy Live designs. And I think that year, it was during COVID, and that's the year that you really focused in on doing movie cars. I think that the majority of the movie cars that you did were in 2020. So if you go back to 2020 and look on the website, you're going to find that theme. You also did a lot of two-part stuff, like you did Star Wars, or not Star Wars. Was it Star Wars? No, Mad Max. Well, that was kind of still a movie. Where you did more than one sketch.
Yeah, we did series of stuff. We've done like, so for instance, like we still have cars to finish, but we did, you know, the American Graffiti, we did multiples, we did Star Wars, we did a multiple, we did what else?
Mad Max.
No, Mad Max, we did do multiples. We did Speed Racer multiples. So we have Racer, Speed Racer, and Racer X. I didn't do all the rest of them, so we have room for that. We have done one of the cars from Death Race 2000, like did it as a poster image kind of thing. And I definitely want to continue to keep doing like the Sylvester Stallone car and all those. Would be cool to do like a series of those.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit. We did both Bandit and the semi truck.
And I thought you did.
Oh, American Graffiti. We have three.
Hugs.
American Graffiti. We have three of them. We have the yellow coupe, the 55, and then of course the police car getting ripped apart from. And then
I thought you did the convertible for the.
Yes, we also did. You said
I said Boss Hog, but I don't know.
Boss Hog. We did Boss Hog and Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
So we've done some serious stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Robert Shane said the Bluesmobile is one of my faves. That's been
Bluesmobiles.
That's been a favorite.
We have that people. One, and also I really would love to do a Chicago police car to add to that collection too. Or I've been thinking about as one of the ones to do in the collection. I think I might do like a stack of them, like police cars, where they're all like flipped upside down. That, you know, there's that one scene. Yeah. So I think that would be cool. And then you could always add in the little Nazi, I think it's like a Honda wagon, I think is what it was, or a Toyota wagon that they were driving. Would be cool. That's falling, you know, forever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but we've done series of stuff too.
Yeah. Brian Holder said, do you have a coloring book? My kids would love it. We have coloring pages right now. We haven't put a book together. But it's something that we've talked about in the past. It's probably something that we should do.
Yeah, I definitely would like to do a coloring book.
Yeah. So it's just, we have the material. We just have to put it all together. So it's something that could be coming. Maybe that'll be a 2026 release. This is a great question. How do you keep things fun and fresh each week? It's a challenge, guys. It's a challenge to come up with new content to talk about every week, especially during the summer months when we're not out and about doing stuff.
Yeah, and there's so many car shows and things going on. You feel like you're totally left out and you're not, you know.
He's talking about car shows going on around the country in other areas that we're not in. And
also local ones too.
Yeah. Well, the local ones we will be trying to make here soon. We've got some fixing to do on Kona, and then we can get her back on the road and get her out and about. The Model A, we really haven't taken too far, but there's some stuff local coming up, I'm sure, in our little town of Newport Richey in the downtown area. There's got to be some stuff going on within a 10-mile radius of the house that we could take her to. And if we have to, we will trailer her. You know, we did go up trailer her. We did go up to Old Town with her several months ago. That was fun. Had a great time up there. Trailer. Let me ask you this question. What's your favorite part about going live every Monday?
It's the live part. That's my favorite part. When we have great discussions of specific topics or things. And again, I enjoyed the drawing and the sketching, especially when I get in the zone of thing. The problem is that like the sketching part of it, the enjoyment for me when I'm doing it is when I'm in the zone and I'm focused in and everything's just flowing. The problem is that's not when I'm talking.
Right.
So that's, even though if you go back and you look at the Sketchy lives that work great, it's when I stop drawing and we are back and forth, even though at the end of it, a car comes out of it or something, right? But the funnest part is when you and I are talking about a specific topic or a movie or something like that. That's when it's the funnest.
Right.
So it's not that I don't enjoy drawing.
It's just hard for you to do both.
Yeah. I can't chew bubble gum and see and talk at the same time.
Talk and color.
Yeah.
Robert wants to know, do you ever make it to Texas? We would love to come out to Texas. I would love to come to
Texas.
I actually have family out in Texas that I would love to go
visit.
Family. But no, we have not been out there. I've driven through. I know you've driven through on your way out here from California.
We've flown into Texas before, but that's just the airport.
Right. So yeah, we would love to make. There's a bunch of shows going on out there, and probably drivable for us if we were to go for like a long weekend or something.
Yeah,
that would be something. But yeah, if anyone wants to invite Johnny, he would definitely.
Yeah, well, there's some Texas shows I've always wanted to go to. Blanking on which one. I think it's like it used to be like the Hoedown or something like that. But yeah, there's a bunch there that would be really cool to make.
Yeah, it's just logistics we need to know so we can plan and make it out there. Gordon said coloring book with pencils or markers with instructions to educate kids. That would be neat. Like almost like a tutorial.
Take that note down.
Or an activity book of some sort.
Yeah. Did you write that as a note?
I will.
That's actually, I like that idea of where there's maybe a little instruction or maybe a little how-to.
Yeah, because
off to the side, like you could have the color. That'd be cool. A color page, and then off to the side there may be a little bit of a tutorial, like here's how you shade, or here's how you.
Or have it be an activity book where there's coloring involved, but then there's like a little car maze, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Like fun stuff. Word searches with car parts.
Yeah, these are called kids.
Yeah,
they
like that kind of stuff.
Why do you get put words in there?
Why is it got to just be coloring?
Nah.
Make them think.
Nah. Boo.
What is the setup like behind the camera? Well, it has changed. In the beginning, we were in a completely different room. We were at our dining room table, and every Monday we'd have to set up all the cameras, set up all the audio stuff, set up the lighting, set up our props, and we'd start at 8:00 to go live at 9:30 just to make sure everything was working. And we had just a plain, just our background the way it was. Then we started adding some props in the background. Then we wound up moving to a different seating. The way we were seated was different. Then we moved into the room where we are now, and we had a few different setups this way. We're now on an angle. It's kind of an L shape. And the banner that used to be behind us over here on the long wall, we now have in the corner, but you really can't tell it's in a corner when you're looking at it, but it is in a corner. So now we have a dedicated space. We leave all this stuff set up. So we literally come in here at 9:00, just make sure things are working, and we go live at 9:30. It's cut out a lot of extra time, and we have storage in here. I'm looking at all the t-shirt designs, and all of our shipping supplies are in this room. So it's really kind of an entire dedicated space for Johnny Jalopy Hot Rod Art and Sketchy Live. So we're so thankful to have it available.
So I just the pins and stuff I was using, I'm not real happy with. So we're trying something else.
Okay. What are you doing?
I don't know yet. That's the some thing. So the again, this being a new tool, I'm not liking that.
No. And these are the new brushes that you got?
Well, that was what I was using before, and I didn't like how it was working. So. And so now it's a matter of trying to find.
Are you looking for something to blend?
Just the way it's laying color down. I don't like the way it's laying color down.
No. Too airy. I wonder if you can use that and just reduce the how much it's laying down?
Yeah, but it's the texture in which it's doing it is the part I'm having trouble with. I didn't like the way it was.
Still learning the program, guys. This is still fairly new to you. When did we get this? A couple months ago.
Yeah, well, but again, it's
You haven't been doing a lot of digital stuff necessarily. A lot of stuff you're prepping for the show is all original. So it's all hand drawn. Robert Sheen said that's coming up soon, the hoedown.
Yes.
So how soon? Like before the end of the year, or let us know when that one is. Gordon said short YouTube video to download for the coloring books. Oh, let me put that down too.
That's an interesting idea, like it with a QR code or something, maybe. Interesting idea.
Great ideas. We accept all ideas. We thank you for that. Here's a question. Have you ever missed a Monday and why? Yes, we miss. We do miss Mondays. Normally we don't. We try not to.
A lot of time it's been travel's been the biggest.
Travels or holidays. So if there's like maybe Thanksgiving weekend, that following Monday after Black Friday weekend, because you used to work Black Fridays.
Yeah.
And that whole weekend. So Mondays you were just exhausted by the time Monday came around. So sometimes we wouldn't do that. Obviously, if any major holidays fall on a Monday, like Memorial Day, I don't know if we did Memorial Day. Did we this past year? Might have been on a Monday. You're in the zone.
I'm very much getting irritated right now.
Yeah, so we do miss some Mondays. Sometimes we're just exhausted. Sometimes we have things going on. But for the most part, we're here on Monday nights. What is the most challenging thing about sketching live? Well, you're witnessing it now. Sometimes things don't go as planned.
Yeah, I'm not. So like right now, I'm struggling with. I can't find a pen I like to color.
What have you been using to color the other ones?
Remember last week? Obviously, you didn't listen. Where this downloaded a bunch of new stuff, and it's not giving me the same.
It erased all the original stuff you had?
No, you're not listening. It did a bunch of new stuff, and I don't know where. If there's the old ones are in there, I don't know where they're now. The categories they're in are different than it was.
Okay. Well, this is one of the challenging things about sketching live.
You are correct.
And then it's challenging for me to have to now talk through his annoyance.
No, I'm just getting annoyed because I'm trying to explain to you and you're not listening. You're too busy talking.
That's what my job is.
In any case,
like Half Dozen Customs joining us. Hey, Colleen here with Half Dozen Customs. Super happy Colleen. To see you sketching again. Keep up the awesome work. Thanks.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Robert Shane said, sorry, the hoedown was in July. I was thinking of the bike rally next month. Oh, okay. So we missed that. So July might be doable. We usually do a trip to New Jersey in June for Father's Day to see my dad, but July is an open month. So that may be something to do. Heather Jastromeski's joining us. Hey guys, welcome.
Hey.
We appreciate you tuning in. If you're just joining us, Johnny is working on Shaggy's Little Rat Rod. We're trying to get this one figured out here, colored in. I think you're trying to lay down some shading before you put the color on, maybe, or
I'm just trying to find something where I can do anything, and it's just not. It's not laying color. There was a
Well, we can't give it to people black and white. We're gonna have to figure the color stuff
I told you
out.
there's a possibility it wouldn't be colored this evening for this very reason.
Right.
Which is I'm learning the tool and I haven't found the correct, because again, I was using a whole different coloring system before. Yeah, this is not good. Okay.
Well, we may not get to color tonight, guys. That's okay. That's okay.
Keep talking.
Oh, now I can talk.
I'm really.
How do you stay focused while people are commenting? Easy. He's not reading the comments, so he can stay focused.
Yeah, I don't hear anything you're coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, the hard part is me trying to come up with stuff that's not annoying him, but yet handling what needs to be handled. There have been times where I've just been at a loss for words, and anyone who knows me is like, how does that even happen?
I agree.
But it does happen.
I think it's a bunch of hooey.
It happens sometimes where I'm just like, I'm busy watching you, or I'm feeling your frustration and it's getting me frustrated. So yeah, when Johnny's not happy, none of us is happy. None of us are happy. Heather said, good try on that last name. It's not an easy one. Yastremski. Oh, it's a Y. The J's a Y. Sounds nothing like it looks. What did I say? Jastremski.
Yeah, like Carl Yastrzemski. Yo, well, just shut up. The baseball player. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Heather. She probably gets it a lot though, so that's okay.
That doesn't make it better.
It doesn't make it better, but that's one thing that I struggled with big time in the beginning was people's names. I had to write stuff down so I knew, and still I forget. Like, look at Robert Shane. I was saying, is it Cheney? Is it Sheen?
He's like, not even close.
And then I took a stab in the dark, Shane, and he was like, you got it. Are you ever nervous before going live?
All the time.
Are you? I'm never nervous.
You are too.
Oh, Heather said, yes, Carl is a distant cousin.
LA. Oh, nice.
Huh. And so that's an MLB player?
Mm-hmm. Huh. Legend.
Nice. Distant cousin.
Very cool.
Cash in.
What does that mean?
Because that's the name.
Cash in?
Yeah.
Is the name?
On the fame. She's related to a famous person.
Come on. That's not what you do.
Why?
You make your own way.
She is making her own way.
Right. So why would you even say that?
So why are you nervous before going live?
Like this kind of stuff.
What?
Where I'm trying to.
Can't find your pencil?
I can't find my stuff.
I'm never nervous before going live.
Because, it's never going to fall on you.
We are equally nervous sometimes with the setup working, with everything working, like the logistics of it. But I'm never nervous to talk. I'm never nervous to be in front of people or to be on camera.
Oh, no. Definitely none of that.
Like that kind of stuff I'm not nervous about.
Oh, that? No.
That? No.
Never.
So that's a little bit about our behind the scenes. How do you develop your own drawing style? Someone wants to know.
These questions.
Hmm?
These questions are funny.
These are questions that I put together here.
Yeah, I know. I could tell.
Actually, Hank sent me a list of questions.
Oh, so these aren't really people who watched?
These probably are people who watched. They're not coming in right now.
Oh, this whole time I thought it was somebody was asking it.
It's me asking you.
Oh, well, this has all been a dupe.
How did you?
What a big liar you
How
were.
did you develop your own drawing style?
I just kept at it, and I tried to emulate other people's stuff, the way they were doing things, and then slowly but surely tried to not do what they were doing and tried to do what I was doing. I think just
what do you think about your style is different? Is it just the looseness of it and the imperfection of it?
It's the imperfection for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's artists that would be sweat like they go, come on, dude, that's messy. And I'm like, well, that's how my style is. I'm sketchy.
He's a mess. He's a mess. Half dozen custom said, hey, my comment was real time. Noted. Thank you. Noted. Oh, Julie has a question for you.
Okay.
When does Denim sleep?
Never. Denim
never sleeps. Oh, that's a little inside joke. Sorry. Timothy Ponnell said, good evening. Welcome, sir. He said, AI generated question, LOL. No, these are HD generated questions.
Harley Davidson.
Our buddy Hank Dutton has put together a list of questions that.
So now you're not taking credit for.
I'm not taking
the
credit
questions.
For these. No, these are questions that people have asked in the past, but then there are questions here that viewers want to know.
You were okay duping everyone, but now you're not gonna
duping anybody. I'm asking questions. Unreal. So
Sergeant, Lieutenant, duper.
So your developing of your own style came from watching others, emulating others, taking little bits and pieces from others, and then really after time you were like, you know what? I don't want to be this perfect with my art.
I kept trying. I kept trying. I would look at other people, stare at other people's stuff, and try to figure out how they did it. That's how I think the most of my coming up with my style came from. Was trying to, I was just looking at hours and hours of how they do that. But I think the sketchy style started from me just bad habit of drawing lines and stuff, and then I think my line work has gotten tighter for sure, but it's still not I'm not. I think a lot of my style is in the way it's skewed and the way it's is a little different.
Well, I mean, it's not as Ed Rothy as Ed Roth was.
Yeah.
Your cars are not all of them, because you have done some pieces that look similar to his work, but where the cars are kind of up on the two back tires and the front's up in the air and there's smoke coming out from the back. And like most of your stuff does not look like that. You've done a few that do look like that.
Right.
But that is not your style, but that seemed to be his style. Like a lot of his stuff, if you look at some of those white t-shirts with the black design on them.
Yeah.
That's what they all look like. They were just different cars in a little bit different position with different wording and different accessories, different monster, different, thing going on. But they were all kind of the same stance and the same, aggressive front end look to them. So I don't know. I've watched your style change because I was there somewhat in the beginning. You showed me some of the early stuff that you were doing before I met you even. And that stuff was very big. It wasn't as,
big.
Well, I don't even know how to explain it. It was my word bulbous that I use all the time. It wasn't as,
use your words.
It was they weren't chopped pieces, they weren't stretched pieces, they were
chopped pieces.
Big, like how you're doing Shaggy's car right now. Like the cars that you draw now that you love to draw are like, for instance, perfect example. Look at what you have behind you.
Okay.
You haven't done a design like that with that view and big like that in so long. Like this was something you did early on.
You don't think the fire truck is that way?
No.
How does that look bulbous?
I don't, because it's big and it's round and it's got the fenders.
Because that's a big round car.
I know. I'm just saying. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just different.
I think we've all figured out that you don't know how to explain it.
If you pull up one of your early design, like I'm talking about stuff you drew before you were Johnny Jalopy, and you look at those designs in comparison to what you're doing now, they're just they're bigger. They look like a coloring book page.
I don't know
maybe not as much detail. Maybe it's just a development of your style into a little bit more detail. But let me read these comments.
The description's interesting that you're using, but
I know, and I don't know how to explain it. Like if I had one, like I'm seeing it in my head. If I had one of those designs to show everybody, you would see what I'm saying. Shaggy said, "Does that have an airbrush style, like you can spray on that tool?"
I haven't found it yet.
He's looking. He is looking. Heather says that's kind of how I developed my style too. Started out with sort of a Trossley style, but with my own flair. Over time, I fine tuned it into something that I feel is different than most artists' work. And I that's got to be just so important for you guys because you want to stand out. You don't want to be copying what other people do, but yet you're kind of all drawing the same things. You're all drawing the same cars. You're all drawing the same, scenery. Maybe like it's very similar, but it's so different.
All the cars are the same. You have your preference of how the car sits. Are you doing hyper realistic?
Right.
Which I think I try not for it to be hyper realistic. It's definitely there's skewed items. Mine are always very low. Like everything I do is very low. Like, and then exaggerated a little bit in the wheel size. Sometimes I mess with some of the wheel openings a lot. The canopy is always the area of where the car sits. If it's skewed, I'm always making sure that the roof line stays kind of chopped looking, even though but yet if it's a car that's not chopped, to where it still has a little bit of that look to it, so it doesn't have anyway. Yes, Trossley was my favorite artist as a kid too, and trying to learn how he drew stuff. Like I wish I could draw wheels and tires the way he did, and just the different. His was awesome because he did a lot of front view, bottom view, views of like the car in the air and from top and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes I struggle with not doing enough. I think sometimes I get a little pigeonhole myself into just that 3/4 view, front left.
I think you've been getting better at it. You've been offering
trying to change the views of different stuff. Also trying to make because I really like the way a car looks in that perfect 3/4 view.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's not as 3/4 and it's not all the way to a side view, I'm getting a little more of like trying to do more of the in-betweens of those two. Just to
mix it up a
bit. Yeah.
Gordon said blending different styles to give a different perspective. I think that's what they're doing. Yeah. Hicks said so many different artists did Roth's work, similar but different. Yep. And they still are to this day. I see a lot of stuff that's very similar to the way he did stuff. But I think it's important having your own style. What artist should I study to learn the foundations of hot rod art? I guess it depends on.
Yeah, it depends on who you're, what style you plan to do. And again, mine with what I like to do being cartoon, I went right to Trossley is a great example. Ed Newton, all the folks that worked at Ross Studios are great examples. And there's a lot of new modern artists that are around now that you could study their stuff and start working on trying to figure out your style and things. It's interesting. I felt like when I started doing what I did, I had a style that not a lot of people were doing, and I noticed, which is there's flattering in some ways because I've gotten accustomed. Right, I've seen other artists who are coming up or learning are kind of, I can see them playing around with a little bit of my style, and it used to bother me, but now I'm like, I see what they're trying to do. They're working to try to get to their own style as well.
Yeah.
So
it's a process.
Yeah, for sure.
It's growth. Half dozen custom said I have the hardest time with wheel perspective, then rims, buddy, not in my bag. Was working on a sketch for the Monty and it don't have any wheels rims on it. Brian Holder said, my kid says you draw in cartooned realism.
Thanks.
That is cool. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, I think that's what I try to do. It's cartoony, but there's some realism to it too. But but see, and again, the thing I promised myself as well, and I've talked about this a million times, is I also don't want to pigeonhole myself into one style either. So I think there's times where I'll draw monstery, Rothy stuff. Then there's times where I'm doing like just 2-dimensional, super simple. Then there's times I'm trying to do stuff like this where it's a little more realistic, still skewed. And then I'm using markers and I'm using pencils and colored pencils, and front views, rear views, all those kinds of different things, and trying to do different
digital,
stuff.
original.
Yeah, I've been trying to like work on lettering more now, better at lettering, so I can do graffiti type stuff too. So there's a lot of things I'm trying to still learn how to do. Again, want to get back to getting that airbrush thing going, and I think now that I've with the walking stuff I've been doing, I'm able to stand in one place again. That was the hardest part when I tried to get doing it back again.
Right.
I couldn't stand. My back started hurting, and I just couldn't hold the brush up correctly without pain. So I feel with all the walking and stuff I've been doing, and I think that's helped. So yeah, my goal is to get that going again, because I've looked at some old reference stuff that I want to try to take from like season 1, season 2 of Sketchy Live, and then turn those into airbrush
that'd be cool.
things on t-shirts.
That'd be cool.
Because remember, those were kind of I was trying to be very basic with what we were doing back then when we first started, because I was still learning the program and I didn't really know what I was doing.
Guys, if you ever have some time where you're just sitting around doing nothing and you're like, do I watch a show? Do I watch something on Netflix? Go over to our website and take a look at some of those episodes. You can skim through them and maybe even just scroll all the way to the end and see the final product. But there were some gems in that first season for sure. We were still learning how everything worked and trying to make it work. We had issues with some of the streaming stuff we were doing, like just our Wi-Fi cutting out, cameras cutting out, you losing some design. You got to the point where an entire design, we're at the end and you're getting ready to sign it and the whole screen goes blank, whole thing's gone, a whole hour wasted. But we've had a lot of fun along the way, and we love doing this on Monday nights with you guys. We love the live element of it. We love your participation, your questions, your comments, laughing along with us. I love also when it's complete crickets, when we're having an argument and nobody's saying anything.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
We just have the best time with you guys, though. And we do look forward to it every Monday night. And, I think there's an element of this where we're like, we used to go into this like, okay, what do the people want? What can we sell? Because we're obviously selling our Sketchy Live designs for $20 at the end of the show. And I don't think we've done one in a long time where it was
purchasable.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we've done stuff that maybe was you showing your work, for one of the specials we were running where you were doing custom work for somebody. We weren't selling that. The person who you were doing the custom work for was already buying it. But yeah, so we need to get back to doing that kind of stuff. I mean, we did Corvette Summer was,
well, like I said, we got plenty,
a huge seller.
Yeah, we have
Blues Brothers was a huge, Ghostbusters was a huge seller.
Plenty of movie vehicles that we still can do.
We do.
I think, again, I'm going to go back.
You made me watch California Kid, and then you never drew that.
Yeah, so we need to do that one for sure. It's a great movie.
He's like, you got to watch the movie so we can draw this, and then you never drew it. And I stayed awake for that whole movie.
It was a great movie.
It was all right.
Come on.
It was okay.
What do you mean it was okay?
Wasn't my favorite.
Martin Sheen.
It was okay.
A young Martin Sheen, sick ass 34 Ford. What are you talking about?
It was okay. So did you figure out your coloring?
No, I'm still gonna have to. So we're definitely gonna have to. I'm hoping. I got to do some research and see if I can possibly go back and import the old selections of brushes that were available before this update happened, and it switched them. Because I'm not happy with my coloring options right now.
Is this a difference between like Rose Art and Crayola?
No, it's the textural way it's laying color down. Like I want something right now where it just lays it, as Shaggy was saying, almost in an airbrush style, and I'm not finding an airbrush type option in here. But I may be looking in the wrong spot.
Robert Stain said you could do the car from Repo Man with the toxic glow.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys have ideas for some cool stuff that you haven't seen us do, Send them. Send them by email. Send them by Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, however you want to get a hold of Johnny. Give him some inspiration and some ideas. I know that a lot of his time right now is being spent on gearing up for this show in October because we need to go with merch. So he's doing some original stuff, hand drawn, but we'll have those available at the show. Timothy Pono said graffiti railroad cars, bridges, buildings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, it is 10:30. Are we at a stopping point or
yeah, we're gonna, but I just found it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah, this is more of an airbrush.
This might actually get done. Are you going to try and finish this up this week then and have it and just post it?
Yeah, that's what I'll do is I'll finish it up. We'll post it up and we'll make it available. So, and then again, listen, if you want it signed, these will come signed if you order one. And then all you got to do is get a hold of Shaggy LeBlanc and give him your address, and I'm sure, or go to a show that Shaggy's at, and he'll sign one for you. I wish there was I don't really have a way to send it to him, send it to me. To be honest with you, what postage is anymore right now, it's a little tricky.
It is tough.
Unless Shaggy LeBlanc wants to make a rubber stamp or something where I can just doop, 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 and stamp it on there. Or maybe or if everybody would be cool, I could always get him to sign something and digitally bring it in and just put his digital signature on there as well. So I mean, that's a possibility. Not the same, but
well, if we do wind up doing it where we send it, because I think Jim wanted one, we would have to. There would be shipping to Shaggy and then shipping from Shaggy
to Shaggy.
If Shaggy's willing to ship it, because that's an extra step for him. So we'll get it figured out though, guys. So keep it in your
pants.
Keep it in the plan, because once we make this available, just let us know what you want to do.
Look at this. Found correct.
Okay, good. Where was that a half hour ago? I
knew it was in there somewhere.
Let's see. Brian Holder said just in time for Halloween. Draw Sweet Tooth's ice cream truck from Twisted Metal.
I've actually did that. I did a mashup of that thing.
Was that for Hot Rodding October one year?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Sam Metro said, fizzing, guys. I have testing tomorrow with my students. Have a blessed week.
Enjoy, my friend. Well, enjoy.
Tim said, you need the president's auto pin.
Check, check, check. There we go.
Are we back? Are we back?
Can you hear us now?
Hello, hello.
Enough to say goodbye.
We're basically coming back on to say goodbye. Okay, you're back, they said. I don't know, guys. I don't even know what to think.
So annoying. Anyways, hey, welcome to another Sketchy Live, new second edition, 10 minutes after the hour. I'm your host, Johnny Jalopy. This is ityB to my left. Camera left.
Camera left. Yes, we're back.
Sweet.
We're back in time to go.
Say goodbye.
We just want to say we appreciate you guys. Again, head over to the website.
Thanks for hanging out with us. JohnnyJalopy.com. Lots of art available there if you want to look at some cool art. Hit that up, JohnnyJalopy.com. We've got t-shirts, we've got hats, we've got stickers. We have beanies. Winter is on the way, and we got so much more coming. And this sketch will be available very, very soon. I'll get this all wrapped up, and we'll figure out the color and stuff, and we'll get it set up. And you can purchase your Shaggy LeBlanc Hot Rod poster or print.
Yes.
And we'll definitely sign it. And if we can figure out a way to get Shag to sign it too, we'll have that happen. But we'll see what we can do. Yeah.
All right.
So another Monday night in the books.
In the books.
We sure appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And definitely have a super week. Hang in there with whatever you got going on, and we love you guys.
And stay sketchy.
Don't forget to stay sketchy. We'll see you soon.
Bye.